definitely thought he was a good-looking guy. I mean, I'm a sucker for a strong jaw.
I thought she was beautiful, and she was very, very talkative, which I appreciate because I'm on the quieter end, as everybody knows.
That and he was wearing a baby blue polo, which he doesn't wear anymore because it's too small for him. Like, it's always been too small for him, so he thought he looked like a dork that night.
Surprisingly, I found it very easy to talk to her, so that really helped out.
But I won't let him throw it away just because I remember the baby blue shirt with the blue eyes, and I mean, he's just a good-looking guy. So the night that we first met, we actually ordered our last drink at 9 p.m., stayed at the bar till 3 a.m.
It was interesting because we had obviously been together and talking for a long time, much longer than I typically talk.
And he walked me to the car, and Matt, being the gentleman he is, gave me a hug and didn't try to kiss me, even though in my head I was thinking, hey, I want this dude to kiss me. We actually, I know I lied about liking NBA basketball, and it was Game 7 of the finals that year.
So I think we did that just so that we could see each other again the next day and continue talking and getting to know each other.
We made plans to go watch it the next night together at Christian's Tailgate. I admitted to him like 3 weeks later that I totally lied to get a second date with him, and as it turns out, he's not as big of an NBA fan as he let on, so he wanted the second date as well.
We get there, we get settled, great spot to watch the game on the TV, and I think we spent all of about 3 minutes actually watching the game.
It took him like 7 dates for the first kiss. I had been waiting for it, and we had done a date night at my house where we watched a movie. So I was laying on his chest and snuggling up to him and nuzzling and all that, and he still wouldn't kiss me. And so I finally sent him a text, and then after that date, and I was like, it's okay to kiss me. And he admitted over text, I know, but I'm so nervous. And so he got up the courage our next date, and our first kiss happened, and his heart was, I could feel it just pumping. I think it was actually a day after our first kiss, so 7 dates. Like I had said, I was already in this single stage, trying to find myself, and I had made the decision that I was going to try and go to Austin for work.
Everything was going great. She seemed really interested in me, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
So I was still trying to find myself and kind of figure out my own life. I recognized that Matt was a great guy, and I didn't want to drag him through this whole period of self-discovery.
And that was surprising, and it was definitely hard to take.
So I actually ended it thinking that, there's other fish in the sea, and I'll find someone just as great as Matt. The universe worked out, and God threw him back in my face and said, no, there's no one else for you but him.
So I was at the airport with my parents and my brother. We were going to University of Michigan football game, first game of the year, and I had gone to get food from the food court.
It was Labor Day weekend, so I printed my boarding pass and all that at work. I got to the airport running through hair mess, literally running and sprinting with my suitcase.
Grab my food, I turn around and see this girl that looks like Autumn, who I thought was Autumn, rushing by.
I hear my name get called out, and honestly, in my head at the time, I was frustrated because I was I don't have time to stop. Who am I gonna have to make small talk with? And I turned around and it was Matt. Had I not, I was in a completely different part of the airport, and so had I not been going to the wrong gate, if I'd printed out the right boarding pass or printed out my boarding pass later, we would have never been in the same area. And then from that moment on, I don't think there's ever been a day that we haven't texted. In that moment, I knew that I was gonna stalk him if I needed to get him to date me again. In his mind, he was thinking that was the last time he was ever gonna see me.
Basically, I had to drive out to Austin every single weekend, it seemed like.
True, but it was filled with a lot of Highway 71, a lot of 2-hour drives, Matt coming up to the Capitol and hanging out at my desk till 3 in the morning, and he got to know all of my coworkers there very well. Oftentimes he went and got us pizza and dinner, and
it felt like we were almost driving to and from Austin more than we actually got to spend time with each other, but it was worth it in the end.